When hope is gone, undo this lock and send me forth on a moonlit walk. Release restraint level 0. Hey kids, wanna see a dead body?
Hi guys, this is the Void of the Ravenclaw. Welcome back to another fanfiction story. If you like this type of content, please smash the like button and drop a comment down below and subscribe for future updates on my community tab. Now, let's continue where we left off in our Mortal Kombat story. Izuku walked on the deck of the ship, one of many ships that is heading to Shang Tsung's island for the Mortal Kombat tournament. Good, you arrived early on the ship. You're probably already heard of me, but allow me to proper introduce myself. I am Shang Tsung, sorcerer by trade. I could fully admit to myself that I wasn't so sure why Shao Kahn wanted you to accompany me to my island for the Mortal Kombat tournament. But by your display I saw you had with Baraka, I understand his thought process. I look forward to work with you, Deku. As do I. As Deku and Shang Tsung shake hands as they walk around the ship, conversating with each other, Izuku and Shang Tsung head down to the lower deck to one of the cargo bay. That's in the ship, basically. I was informed by Shao Kahn that we have a shipment of Nomus to be used to tighten security on the island during the Mortal Kombat tournament. I'll explain when we arrive. I'm sure you won't be disappointed. As they step into one of the cargo areas of the ship and sees four mid-tier Nomus. So these are the Nomus I keep hearing about. They look interesting. Their skin is pure black, with their brain exposed. Fascinating. As Shang Tsung went closer to examine the Nomus. Close enough, but not too close. He's heard from Shao Kahn these things are quite dangerous. They're mid-tier Nomu. They're the perfect weapon. They don't need to eat, sleep, or talk. They simply follow orders. They've been specifically programmed to follow any orders I give by the sound of my voice. These 4 have been equipped with low-tier regeneration. Because of the process of becoming a Nomu, they are granted with superior strength, tougher skin, making damaging these weapons to be very difficult. They're one of our weaker ones, but they'll serve what purpose you need them to serve. I sense they have no souls. In all intents and purposes, they're moving corpses. They've been modified to be the perfect weapon, outside of the main weakness, as Deku point to the brain. I see. The more powerful Nomus has plating covering the brain. These 4 are also gifted with a very weak shock resorption ability. In my realm, we call these abilities quirks. They're a genetic power you develop. Usually quirks manifest between your 5th or 6th years of birth. Of course, there is a small percentage of the population that doesn't have abilities. About 5 to 10% of the population don't acquire quirks, either by being quirkless or their quirks just haven't manifest yet. We call those late bloomers. Not all late bloomers activate their abilities. It all depends on the situation, what is required to activate their quirks. It differs from person to person. Fascinating. Can someone from your realm, these quirks, as you say? Normally, no. The body just can't handle that many quirks all at once. But my father found a way around that by modifying the human body on a genetic level so they can withstand several quirks all at once. But the chances of survival during the process is very slim. You got me curious, Deku. What's the rate of survival during this modification to someone's body? 5% of survival. Can someone from your world go through the process, like Baraka, for instance? Yes and no. If someone from Baraka species, the Dakaden, managed to survive the process, they will gain superior strength and speed and durability to what they have now, but they would be unable the rewards of the main function of the modification. Only humans from my realm be able to be gifted quirks during the only method that's available to us. Only my father can gift people with such abilities. The doctor is coming up with some interesting ways to transfer quirks between the new host. It's quite fascinating what you do with DNA and blood. It's quite a shame, these quirks, I find them interesting. I have no doubt you'll eventually see the process of someone being modified in that manner. The good old doctor likes to experiment. If you find any test subjects, I have no doubt he would be most likely to. It'd pretty much be a guarantee, Shang Tsung. I have no doubt the good old doctor would be highly interested. Anyone from Outworld to go through the process to gain more stronger and durable bodies. I look forward to that day, Deku. I'll be in my quarters, my personal quarters, if you need me, Deku. The one in front, fall back in line. Mr. Nomu stepped back into the formation between his other fellow Nomus. When Shang Tsung was observing the creature, it did move forward. Alright, all three of you. The four of you, stay put until we arrive at the island. I'm surprised you were here, Kirigiri. I do apologize, young master, as Kirigiri walks out of the shadow of the cargo room. Master All for One has ordered me to stand by your side during this Mortal Kombat tournament. The Master is quite worried about you. Does he question I can accomplish this mission to satisfaction? Of course not, young Master. He's very confident in your abilities to complete this mission. But he's your father, so he worries. I suppose you're right. Come, let's go back to the upper deck. Izuku got to the upper deck with his attendant, Kirigiri. I was wondering where you went, Deku. I feared the worst when I saw you walking with Shang Tsung. Who's this? As she stares down the new face of Kirigiri, well, yeah, you can't really see his real face, but anyways, let's continue. Quite touched you worry about me, Princess Katana. This is my personal attendant, Kirigiri. It's a pleasure to meet you, Princess Katana, as Kirigiri bowed in front of her. Sure it is. Please keep me informed if there's any other unplanned visitors, Deku. I don't like surprises, as Katana spun on her heels and walked away. Mind her, Kirigiri, she's royalty. They're all like that, in some fashion. Of course, young master. It looks like we're ready to set sail. Izuku made his way to the lower deck to stay out of the way of the sailors that are operating the ship. Izuku sat down in the lounge area of the bows of the ship. Mess hall, basically. Izuku sat down on one of the tables of the mess hall as Kirigiri make himself at home in the kitchen of the mess hall and began to prepare tea for Izuku. When Jade and Katana entered the mess hall, they saw Izuku sitting down by himself, and they saw that cloud-looking guy doing something in the kitchen. As Kirigiri approached, pouring tea for Izuku. As the two women approach, "Good day, Deku. May me and Princess Katana join you?" "Not too trouble." "Feel free. It would be a pleasure, Jade." "I'll make some more tea, young master, for your two beautiful companions." As Kirigiri walk away to make some more tea to serve to Katana and Jade. I'm guessing he's more than a personal attendant. That he is. He has many duties back home. He's a very unique Nomu that the good old doctor created. Highly intelligent. And Kirigiri's abilities are quite useful during his daily duties. I've heard Shao Kahn mentioning these Nomus before in passing, in one of the many meetings we've had since your recruitment. My father sent 4 of them with us for security, of course. Don't worry, Princess Katana. They're completely obedient. All they need is a simple command coming from my lips, and they'll do what they were created to do. They're one of the weaker ones, but they'll serve their purpose. They'll serve as good security for this martial art tournament. There's only 4 of them, but 4 is overkill. They're extremely powerful and extremely fast. Jade could tell Katana is a bit unnerved about the whole Nomu subject. She was broken out of her inner thoughts by Kirigiri approaching them with tea. I hope the tea is to your liking, ladies, as he placed 2 teacups in front of Jade and Katana. Be careful, it's very hot. As Jade slowly picked up the teacup and began to drink slowly. Jasmine tea, huh? It's a very good blend, too. Thank you, Kirigiri. It was delicious. More than welcome. Jade's right. This is really good tea. Thank you, Kirigiri. I'm glad the tea is to your liking, Lady Katana. If you need anything else, just holler. I'll be in the kitchen area of the mess hall, fixing some food. I think I could whoop something up with the ingredients I saw in the kitchen when I was making tea. Kirigiri walked away, going to the kitchen area of the mess hall to start beginning cooking food. Deku, I would like to apologize for my behavior. I realize I've been quite cold towards you for no reason. I actually find your company quite pleasant compared to others that works with father or under father. Works for father, basically. In all honesty, Princess Katana, I haven't really noticed. Apology accepted anyways. Let's start over, Deku. Don't see why not, Princess Katana. After all, we will be working with each other. That we will, Deku, as she picked up her teacup and elegantly began to drink it slowly. I'm quite curious about your realm, Deku. Can you tell me about it? You don't have to, I'm just asking, because I'm just genuinely curious. See, why not? After all, we're being quite friendly towards each other. As you know, my realm, according to Shao Kahn, has similarities to Earth realm, but everything from my realm, outside of our abilities. You see, our abilities are a genetic. We call it the Quirk gene. Quirk gene grants humans from my realm with powers and ability. There's about 5 to 10% of the human population that doesn't have what we have quirks. They simply can't activate or don't have the fully developed quirk gene. The general population refers them as quirkless. Unfortunately, the quirkless population are treated less than human. Power determines what place you live in the world. Those fools covenant power almost religiously. That's horrible. It's the status quo of things. Of course, my father is trying to change society in his own demented and violent way. What do you mean? Because majority of the population has powers. Eventually, Heroes was created shortly after Quarks started developing into people. At first, the title of hero actually meant something, but nowadays majority of heroes just want fame or fortune. After all, being a hero is a very lucrative job to get into. Then you have me and my father. We are what you call villains. I'm a member of the League of Villains, the son of All for One, the leader of the League. If you're the son of the leader of the League of Villains, wouldn't you be the next in succession? That job belongs to my big sister. She's been groomed for that role. I have not. I just follow orders. I don't have the same ambition as my sister and my father. My father has. My father has one main goal. Several. The most important goal is to kill the number one hero, All Might. Don't get me wrong. He will die. If my father doesn't kill him, or my sister, I will. Not out of hatred, out of duty. I am the League's enforcer and assassin. We got a bit off topic a little bit. Despite the progress of Quarks, science took a major hit. It stunted our growth, technology-wise. We no longer make spacecraft and journey into the realm of outer space. The majority of governments on Earth are more focused on quarks. And that's my realm in a nutshell. In all honesty, I prefer the Outworld than my own realm. This mission has been a nice change of scenery for me. At first, when I was told I was to be serving under Shao Kahn, I wasn't too keen on the idea, but spending some time in Outworld, it grew on me. Thank you for telling me about that. Your realm is quite interesting. I would love to visit it myself, but right now it's not a good time. Father is dead set on this Mortal Kombat tournament to merge Outworld with Earthrealm. I have no doubt you'll have the chance when things cool off. Please excuse me. I need to get back to my quarters. It's nice talking with you, Jade and Princess Katana. As he took his leave, 4 days has passed. Izuku's in the crow nest. As he could see all he could see is fog in the distance. When the ship finally broke through the fog, Izuku can see a humongous island in the distance. Izuku floated down to the main deck from the crow nest with his telekinesis right next to Shang Tsung. We're approaching the island. Prepare the extra security. And then depart from the ship when we arrive at the harbor. Understood, Shang Tsung. Izuku made his way to the cargo area where all the Nomos are being kept. Izuku stepped through the door to the 4 Nomos. Follow. The moment Izuku gave that order, they immediately followed him all the way up to the upper deck. About time he got to the deck, the ship's already beginning the process of docking with the port on the island. I'll let you get to work, Deku. The rest of the competitors should be arriving in 4 days' time for the tournament. It would be wise to learn the structure of the island. It's quite dangerous after all. Care of it, Shao Kahn. No, sorry. I'll take care of it, Shang Tsung. Don't know why I said Shao Kahn for some reason. Anyways, let's continue. When the ship finally docked, Izuku began his work immediately, placing the Nomos in the key parts of the island. He gave them their orders. Izuku decided to take Shang Tsung's advice to heart and get a better understanding of the layout of the island. He went in exploring. As for the next for the 4 days until the tournament officially began, he wants to learn and memorize the whole island in and out like the back of his hand. It would be an extremely easy task for Izuku. After all, he has a photographic memory. Izuku found himself in a thick forest part of the island as he sensed someone behind him. As a reptile uncamouflaged himself from his invisibility in front of Izuku. So you must be reptile. What can I do for you? Have orders from Shang Tsung. He wants you to guard the prisoner we captured from Earthrealm. Follow. Izuku simply followed Reptile out of the forest area of the island, eventually getting back to the main part of the island, to the prison area, to see someone behind bar. Only to when he got to the brig area or the prison area, he sees someone behind bars and Shang Tsung mocking him. Reptile turned invisible and left the area the moment he guided Izuku to Shang Tsung. Good, you're here, Deku. Our guest just arrived on one of the ships. He's a slippery one, so I would appreciate if you would keep an eye on him for me. Very well, Shang Tsung. Baraka will relieve you in a few hours. As Shang Tsung left with nothing else to say to Izuku or Deku, leaving Izuku alone with Jax, a dark-skinned man with military gear on. Isn't he a ray of sunshine, kid? Izuku shrugged his shoulders and leaned against the wall across from Jax's cell. What's your name, kid? Deku. You look Japanese. What are you doing with these people? I have my reason. So you're from Earthrealm. I've heard a lot about your realm. I'm still trying to wrap my head around this whole different realm thing. I don't know how friendly you are with these bastards. You're not from Earthrealm, are you? No, and yes, I am from a Earth, but a different realm from yours. I've been told your realm is quite similar to mine, to a certain point, of course. Is there any chance you could let me go, kid? Not a chance. Can't blame a guy for trying. I'm Jax, by the way. Nice to meet you, Jax. You military? You have a keen eye, kid. Yes, I am military. I'm part of the special forces. We personally deal with this sort of crazy. I was on an operation with my subordinate, but we were attacked, we got separated, and I got knocked out. Then I found myself on a ship. A few hours later, I'm here. I gotta say, your English is pretty good. English is one of many languages I learned when I was younger. So I take it you're here to take part of this crazy Mortal Kombat tournament? No. Not this time, at least. I'm just in charge of security here. Jax was quite surprised to see this green-haired kid is in charge of security for this place. He knows he's on the island, but that's all he knows. He doesn't know where the island is even located. He's not even sure the island's even in Earthrealm to begin with. Several hours later, Baraka came to relieve Deku of his post. I hope the human didn't give you any trouble, Deku. He's been on his best behavior. I'll come back later, Jax, to bring you your food. Have fun, Baraka. I'm going to continue what I was doing before Reptile came and got me. Later, as Izuku walked out of the brig area, prison or jail cell, it doesn't really matter. The remaining time before the tournament officially began, he spent his time delivering food for Jax and holding a couple conversations during his visit, then memorizing the rest of the island and sketching it in his notebook. The day of the tournament has finally arrived, as you see Izuku on a pier, watching the ship finally dock as the passengers begin to depart from the ship. When they all gathered up, Izuku approached them. Welcome, competitors, to Shang Tsung's island for the Mortal Kombat tournament. Why did Sorcerer Shang Tsung didn't greet us himself? Your arrogant bravado, so you must be Lord Raiden. That I am. Answer my question, whoever you are. Shang Tsung's a busy man. I'm your guide to the tournament. That's all you need to know, Thunder God. Now, please follow me. We are already past our deadline. Try not to venture too far. It's a big island, after all, and the island holds many dangers. When one of the Earth Realm warriors blew up, had enough of listening to a 6-year-old kid. I had enough of this. This is a clearly insult to send a kid to guide us. Raiden yelled out, "Stand down," but it was already too late. The arrogant man charged at Izuku, just to scare him, to show him he doesn't belong here. Mortal Kombat tournament is no place for a mere child. As that's his thought process going through his mind at the time. The man threw out his fist at Izuku. Izuku moved so fast, shoved his hand through the man's chest, ripping out his heart. As everyone's eyes widen, without moving from his position, the dead body of the man fall into the sea. Izuku shortly dropped the heart in the water afterwards. Anyone else wants to try my patience? Please, speak up. Speak up all at once. It would be wise for you not to think lightly of me because of my age. I could kill every single one of you. It was not much effort. Outside of the ninjas, of course, and mighty Lord Raiden. As Deku says that sarcastically, he doesn't like Raiden already. Doesn't like his personality. Almighty, and he doesn't like him one bit. Cyrax, irritated, being referred as a ninja. We're not ninja. Lin Kuei. Look like I care, because clearly I don't. Get a move on, competitors. Lord Raiden, what do we do? Follow the young man. This is kid anyways. The way he just killed one of our team members without even the slightest hesitation, and the way he killed him, I couldn't even keep track of him. Moved faster than my eyes could keep up. Oh, Liu Kang, but I'm sure to find out. I barely was able to notice his movements as well. This is very concerning. Shao Kahn has someone of his capabilities on his side. I'm just very fortunate he is not taking part in this Mortal Kombat tournament. Izuku guided the competitors in complete silence to a large fighting arena. As you see Shang Tsung disguised as an older version of himself, sitting on the throne. And his competitors, I am Shang Tsung, and this is the Mortal Kombat tournament. This tournament will determine Earthrealm's fate. Will Earthrealm succeed and stop Earthrealm from being merged with Outworld, or will Shao Kahn succeed in his conquering Earth and merging the two realms together? If any of you actually manage to beat our champion, you will fight me in the final challenge of Mortal Kombat. Seriously, this old timer is the big boss at the end of it? This is going to be easy. Talk about playing on easy mode. Volunteer! You seem very eager, Mr. Cage. Very well, Mr. Cage. You will be the first competitor. Johnny Cage versus Reptile. Reptile appeared on one of the roofs of the outside arena and jumped down to the arena ground. Fight! Fight! Q maneuvered his Nomus at each entrance, so no one can sneak away during the tournament. He suspects one of the competitors to be one of Jax's subordinate from the Special Forces. And the blonde took his notice. She's wearing clearly military gear clothing, much like Jax. Fighting a lizard man? Oh well, let's get this over with. Listen up, I dedicate this match to the beauty over there. As he said that with a smirk on his face, only to see Sonya simply roll her eyes at Johnny Cage, not really liking the advancements he's been giving her. Both opponents rushed towards each other. Johnny Cage hit a 3-hit combo, landing a low kick, medium kick, then a high kick to Reptile's face. Then immediately afterwards, he started to glow green as he shot out a high kick as he shot forward, landing a solid kick to the side of Reptile's face as Reptile goes sliding backwards from barely blocking that last attack. Reptile immediately shot out acid spit at Johnny Cage. The cocky actor dodged out of the way of the acid shot as he turned around to see the acid eat away at the stone. Whoa, definitely don't want to get hit by that. That's a nice try, Lizard Man, but it's going to take a lot to get one over me, Johnny Cage, famous, infamous Hollywood actor. Not to toot my own horn, I'm really a big deal. Reptile rushed forward while Johnny Cage was monologuing about himself and land a 3-strike combo, starting with striking the ribs of Johnny Cage, then landing another hit into his stomach, then followed up to the punch to the face, only for Johnny Cage to manage to block that last hit. Johnny Cage threw out a left hook, only to see his fist miss his target as Reptile disappears and begin to strike Johnny Cage while camouflage, confusing the actor. Johnny Cage gets hit by a barrage of attacks over and over again, while Reptile remain invisible. Johnny Cage got lucky and landed a spin kick across Reptile's chest, forcing Reptile to deactivate his chameleon ability. Reptile began to throw out strikes and kicks in rapid succession, while Johnny Cage blocked them, then land a counterattack with several high kicks, then going into a split, then punching Reptile in the balls as he jumped up in the middle of the air afterwards and land a glowing green uppercut as Reptile hit the ground on the arena ground, unconscious. Johnny Cage wins. Next match, Johnny Cage versus Baraka. Zuko walked up to the stage and picked up Reptile and tossed him over his shoulder. As he walked off to hand Reptile over so they can move him out of the way for the next match to begin. Fight! Akko walked into the arena, unsheathing his arm blades and scraping them against each other, making sparks while he's walking towards Johnny Cage. Gnarly, man. I don't know who did your makeup. They're quite skilled. I'll give you my card after I win this match. You can talk shop, prices and all that. I'm going to rip your head off your body and use it as a chalice to drink your blood, weak human. Baraka charged forward with his extended arm blades out, ready to slash the flesh of his opponent. That's where we're going to stop it for right now. Hope you guys have a good night and day. Enjoy my time zones, and I'll catch you in the next video.